Hello, everybody. We're back. It's Block Koopa.
Oh my god, there's so much happening.
And I'm here with
ChampionNBloom.
And
Havoc,
and we're back. We've just figured out
the one thing
something
common to
interesting.
Every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Yeah, she's being splashed there. She's facing away.
The Sakura just coming up.
Yeah.
I know.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu!
I
What?
think everything Makoto
What?
said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair. Xanadu's
Well, one
face
of them
too.
felt.
With this,
Life.
the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Yeah, I think that this is the point where it's going to do what I was going to show you guys earlier, but I'll wait. Because I didn't notice this. Oh, okay, never mind, we're doing this.
We get to do one
Hey
more.
guys, we get to do another one.
Yay.
So first of all, let's go over
So
all
that's all this
these.
meeting. Okay, so
Well, this is the beginning of the entire thing, right? So it would
that
have
would
to
be
the.
yeah, it's the one where with Mukuro and Junko stand.
I think so. Yeah. Next up.
And then next she obviously wait, no, that's the same exact picture.
Yeah, it is.
So it's something
Weird.
different.
I have a thought.
We can come back.
Am I allowed to say anything, or am I
Sure.
allowed to do it?
Good.
The one where he's taken out the body out of the thing, right?
That would make sense.
And then yeah, oh yeah, that would make sense. That would be Kyoko seeing him walk past. For her.
This one? Or wait,
Yeah, that one.
or that one?
I think that would be the one running away. I think it would be the first one. Because at that point, it doesn't seem like the masked person has noticed Junko yet. Sorry, Kyoko yet. I'm already getting names confused. And then at that point, Kyoko retaliates.
Oop.
Are there any?
Okay.
Alright, so after that, they put the amount. Who's after this?
I don't think it'll be any of those.
Yeah, it wouldn't. The one where putting the mask on the corpse comes later.
We can come back. We'll move on to the other ones. The other piece of evidence, I mean.
Oh, we already have 21 minutes. Or we still have 21 minutes, rather.
All right, that would probably that one would probably be moving. No, that would be after. Did it move it before Makoto was attacked?
Yeah, because this one
Oh,
is.
wait, but that's on the dolly, which is completely unrelated.
And it's also the blue tarp. That's an old picture from
The previous.
Taka's death.
I also know the boys and girls room, which
Yeah.
Why?
That's
all right.
from a previous case as well.
Yep. So this one would be. Scroll to the left a bit. Well, I know that the second one on this panel is the person putting the mask on Mukuro. So let's just get that one out of the way.
Okay. Do you want us to move on and come back?
Sure. So after, oh god, that's creepy.
It is.
And then that's when everyone discovers the body. And then that's when the body explodes.
Okay, so we're missing one.
Yep.
If you need any hints or anything, then tell me.
What else do we have left? We have a knife.
The fire, the tarp, and the rims.
That's literally okay. So it has to be the knife. Probably the no. Go back to the previous page. No, okay, I see it now. He's in the first panel. It's not Kyoko discovering the master assailant. It's him. It's the master assailant raising the knife. The second panel is the second panel on the same page as that one.
This one?
Would be the other one. And then that's when Kyoko gives pursuit and he flees. Or she flees.
Does it seem good?
It seems it's alright.
Now go for it.
Ready?
Yep.
Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro
Alright,
was
moment of
still
truth. Did we
alive,
put these in the right
hiding
spots?
somewhere inside the school.
Let's throw him in a move. Nice.
Yeah.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth.
This is elaborate, to say the least.
Yeah.
And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What I have to say to that is, I kind of wish that I waited till after this part to cut the episode, because that probably would have been a better place to cut the episode, but whatever.
That's.
What? Are you broken again?
That's.
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
That's.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
That's.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Ellipses.
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
That's.
Over?
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
There she is.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you.
Oh my gosh, that voice.
Okay, I don't know if it's gonna show it. I feel like it was, and if I'm about to show something that's gonna show in a second, then sorry, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You know how it shows her vitals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember how at the beginning of the game we can check everyone's vitals?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, don't tell me one
I
they're
forgot about
different.
it too. They're the same. It doesn't show all of them, but
Good grief.
actually it does. Wait,
Maybe this is the one.
it just shows the one, but it shows the height and weight as well. It's the same. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? It's something you don't notice because after the beginning of the game, like, why would you ever check a report card?
Yeah. You already know who everyone is now.
Yeah.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
Oh boy.
Have you made your choice?
Oh, I do not
Will
like
you
that voice.
serve under us?
No thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Oh, so it was a fake voice.
This is the mastermind, and so this is where I wish that I cut the episode, but oh well. She's the real Junko
Anyway,
Enoshima.
looks like I've finally been set free.
She's doing a JoJo pose at us, and I don't like it.
All the time, day after day.
Menacing.
It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time
He
I've
sounds
seen you.
so bored.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere too. It was definitely before I got to this school. What's the answer?
Well, I don't think we've ever only went before or what? Before?
I got it!
Yeah.
I know the answer is.
That's right. It was before I ever came to this
Yeah.
school.
All right.
I remember seeing the magazine cover.
Yep.
And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory.
Yeah, I remember at the very
I
beginning,
guess that's why you
she
knew
said,
it was
"Oh,
She's gonna
it's
do
all Photoshop and stuff."
Yeah, they're gonna get to
So
that.
I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality.
Huh? Oh, are you talking about my covers, photos, and junk? well, of course. Those are totally Photoshopped.
Photoshopped?
I'm glad I could
I
bring
did
that
not
back
miss
in.
that smile.
I could bring that
I wasn't
back in.
ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, you know, I did the heckin' back, like, with computers and junk.
Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains
She
why
sounds
she
like
didn't
Letos.
seem the same.
Portal.
Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
I know.
What?
It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute.
So that's
That
does
was-
that
Wait, does that make me the smart and cute one?
Yeah, and that makes me the tough and proud one, apparently.
I guess so.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
My
And
goodness.
together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair!
Oh my goodness. And guess what? She's got a freaking genocide shield tongue now.
True.
No!
Bored easy enough. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Ugh.
That'd be a fantastic question.
You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Goodness.
If she was your twin, that means
Someone needs to wash him out. Oh, that was so.
I know.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Oh my goodness.
What is happening?
Someone had to be able to control the killing.
I was
behind
waiting to see your
the
guys.
scenes.
Well, specifically your
I
reaction.
forgot about this
You
actually.
forgot about it?
To a certain degree.
The
I
so-called
remembered some of it,
mastermind
but not
had to
all of it.
operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that.
Yeah, I was waiting to see your reaction to all these.
But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously ranked, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Those are all
It
three
was atrociously
synonyms.
clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It
What
was a
personality? I have like 4.
She
Yeah,
was
at
nothing
least.
more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter
You mean Valley
disappointment
Girl?
that
That
she
was her personality, right?
anyone
Yeah.
would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following the
Oh,
plan
no.
to the letter. Did
Oh, no, 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 no.
everything out and knew just what was gonna happen? That'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use my
Oh, why are you a magical girl? Get it away.
Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Dots. What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to. Why
I didn't catch that.
Me?
Yeah, I did. Well, okay. I didn't catch it
figured it
either. I caught it this time. The first time, I just assumed that it was like a I'm self-important. I'm the ultimate fashionista, so I'm above being punished by the rules or whatever. But no.
Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
Dots.
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Oh my
We were
gosh,
the
why?
ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
Switch back, please. I'll take the potty mouth one. This makes me uncomfortable.
When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a
This version of Junko definitely says ooh in casual conversation.
We're just those kind
Oh
of
no!
We
Why?
can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
She definitely ends her sentences with like ooh or something like that.
Didn't think of
Yeah, she
anything.
ends her sentences with emojis.
That's not true at all.
Wikis.
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why
She has
I
mushrooms
was
on her
sad.
hair now.
Why are there
Also, her hair's all like ruffled now.
Also, you notice how her two,
Yes, I noticed the Monokuma things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Killing my precious sister with my own dirty hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
This is so
It's like
edge.
super despair. No, more than that. Super despair. It just
You good?
feels
The amount of edge.
good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of
I
death.
feel I never thought we'd find someone more psychopathic than Byakuya and Toko, and yet here we are.
Wrong. To be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else. She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you
Don't
couldn't
call him
be
Super
just
Thing
an
again.
ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
So she's just the ultimate
Genocide
masochist.
Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Of course, she has the stuffed animal of him too.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a stuffed animal. It could be a one of the metal ones.
Yeah, I guess.
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe
This makes me more uncomfortable than regular Monokuma, and that's saying something.
we can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
What is happening?
I told you when we started that you weren't ready.
You were right. I was a fool. I was a fool.
Let's just get straight to the
Because I
point.
sure as heck
What
wasn't ready when I
memories did you
first played
steal
this.
from us?
Dots.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews,
Oh boy.
I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us, and what they must be related to.
The memories that was. Huh.
This song, though.
So weird.
Yeah.
And somehow it is fitting. Somehow.
Yep. Yeah. Would it be? No, it's not the founding. The memories have nothing to do with the motives, do they?
Are you wanting us to answer the question, or was it rhetorical?
More rhetorical, but you can answer if you want.
I'll be honest, I don't 100% remember what the correct answer is, but I'm pretty
sure I remember 100% what the correct answer is.
I'm pretty sure I know.
Would it be the? Well, I definitely don't remember.
She had said it before. As Monokuma.
So the memory. Oh, good grief! Now I have to think. It's not the. It's not the founding, is it? No, that's the founding because it's way before.
It said hundreds of years, didn't it? The founding was like hundreds of years ago or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was like a
yeah, it's
century.
got nothing to do with. Okay, so it's motives or cholesterol. Maybe the class trials.
We have
30 seconds left. I know.
No.
No.
I wanted to read that in the
Sorry.
Valley Girl voice.
Sorry.
Why did you do it to me?
Yeah, I think I would have to read that in Monokuma's voice. How does this work?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when she's holding up to Monokuma, who gets to read her lines?
I am going to actually say, I actually thought of this earlier, but I forgot to actually mention it when we got here. I am officially giving the authority to Nicholas to read Junko, because...
But you have to do it in the Valley Girl accent.
Oh, good God, no.
I did not say that. You do not have to do it with a Valley Girl accent.
Oh,
but
man.
you are the one reading Junko because you were reading Monokuma.
Dang it.
Okay.
Fine. Fine, be that way.
After all, well,
Thinking JoJo poses.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented...
She sounds like she writes poetry for a living.
I know, right?
No offense to any poets in the
So
audience.
that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us his DVDs. On my DVD was footage of my family. Sayaka's was her friends and family. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, then the motive was
Love triangles.
International
Human
relation.
connections.
There were like at least 4 people in both of those videos. Well, involved, including the person.
Was human
Anyway.
connections.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay.
Oh, it's back.
No!
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
The second
You notice
murder
how her hair is all
motive's
perfectly,
theme was
like, the outlining of her hair is all perfectly, like, neat now.
that's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Yeah, and remember the teacher one? How she only has one ponytail?
Yeah, no, I noticed that, yeah.
Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed, so the theme that time was
Past?
The meaning of life.
Was our
Oh, yes. The meaning of life is a wetting the bed.
Right again. That time, the theme was embarrassing memories and secrets. Yeah!
Oh my.
The reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question.
And hopefully the next personality.
So,
Yes,
No,
please.
never mind. This is by far the creepiest.
the theme for the third murder was the reason Celeste turned to murder was she wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So that time the motive for murder was
Agreed.
yeah.
If you can't,
And in
you
the
guys
background,
can't see
Claus is doing the
I'm
rating
doing
money.
the make it rain motion.
Yep.
Seek and destroy.
Oh, thank goodness, it's gone.
You got it again.
Oh, thank goodness.
The other one is by far the creepiest.
Goddamn straight it was money. Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now,
This Juko sounds like she listens to punk rock 24/7.
Yeah.
She talks like she is a profane version of a character from Jet Set Radio.
What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? That had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in the fourth case was
Betrayal?
I got it!
look at all this health we're getting back.
It was betrayal.
Well, we got all the health we got from.
Precisely. You see,
And this one sounds like she listens to Linkin Park.
once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards.
Doesn't sound
I think
anything
it's the
like
same
that.
voice. I think it's the same
Yeah.
voice as
Answered
the
all
other.
of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
You just don't understand my pain. That's what it sounds
Point.
like.
What
not a
meaning is there in
phase.
asking those questions
It's
now?
not a phase, Mom.
Relationships,
Oh no, it's back.
No!
betrayal. These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
this
this
is
thing
the one
again.
that existed.
In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is
Oh god, do I have to do all these accents?
of despair.
Seed of despair?
If you want to.
Just as water, air, and
Oh no.
have growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we
Thank you,
discussing our
Bianca.
missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm
And
not
the teacher's
changing
back.
the subject. We
I don't like
are
this one.
discussing your
I don't
memories.
approve.
What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
It's the one I'm the second most okay with. The one I'm okay with being the royal one because I find it hilarious.
The which one? The royal one?
Gave you hope.
Yeah, I find
The
it
moral one
hilarious.
is pretty funny.
Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Which means if
Nope,
we
already
did
done it.
have
I
our
didn't mean to.
memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it?
This one reminds
It's like a flood.
That's what I was about to say. This one makes me think of Flood. You know, from Mario Sunshine?
Yes, oh my god, I can hear it.
I want more distress, more despair.
Especially the
Please
emphasis
edit,
on the
like-
art.
Please edit like clips of Flood talking over Juko speaking.
Yeah.
I need to see this video.
Yes. Master Mario.
Just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What?
What? Oh, it looks like something out of the Joker. Dots. More dots. All of the dots.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
The world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
Wait, is Juko? Oh my god, her dead portrait's still there.
Wait, her portrait's still there?
Yeah.
I guess now it's a Mukuro
bitches.
portrait.
Yeah.
Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it
Calm
comes to
down.
that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
Alright, we'll lower bullets
What's
again.
the meaning of the footage we saw? Is Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
So we need to see what the things are. We need to look at the we should look at the bullets first.
If I can remember, is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost her memory. It really is hopeless after all. No, wait, there's a chance that she hasn't forgotten. That basically gives it away.
So...
I want to look at the...
Oh, Joe said Jack. Oh, right, Jack!
Or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us...
yeah!
I don't understand. What's the
So, what's that? Nobody can remember anything?
Nobody
Yep.
can remember anything.
Hey, Toko, you're finally
Her
useful.
memories just switched. Which means she would have had to take in twice the memories. But Genocide Jill has no reason to tell us anything.
She might remember.
Who might remember?
The other token. Genocide Jack.
Because she wouldn't necessarily take in her memories
Two of them
twice.
share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Well, not doing it is like forfeiting your entire life, so... Well, there it is.
It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
That's fair.
I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough!
Juko's so slightly confused.
Yeah.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Oh, jeez. Thoughts?
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot?
Oh no.
No, not with that tongue.
And you can only assume that it would be a friendship with that.
Oh gosh, please no.
I feel bad for Byakuya.
Say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Yeah, we got that already though.
Yeah, we kind of already did
Yeah.
that.
It's not very descriptive. It's not very descriptive.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic
No.
event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Look at all
Be a
those
little
peaceful
more
protests.
descriptive, please.
I said, look at all those peaceful protests.
And as a result,
So many people, peaceful protesters on that photo right now.
the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there.
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right?
So now we're watching Junjo instead of Junko.
Oh my
The
gosh.
end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words,
Junjo's bizarre personality disorder.
How can the world just end? It's the world.
calm down. It's okay.
Which means Zorudo!
Every living person will be dead in 100 years.
Is that a mother effing JoJo reference?
Oh,
Anyway.
come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you
No!
think to the Togami family?
I love how you can just see the eye poking out.
She's
No.
watching. She is always watching.
Wow. Well. Huh.
These are some
I
decisions
wonder
right
what
here.
happened.
I think we should spend about 2 minutes and 2 seconds real quick to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watching this portrait of Junko shake up and down.
Yeah. It's like,
Look
it
how
looks like,
mesmerizing
it looks like
it is.
the freaking cat photo that's just like vibrating.
Yeah.
And it's just despair intensifies.
Let's go with the second one. I feel like taking the second one.
Okay.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong,
She's going back and
eventually
forth
you'll
even
figure
more
it out, right?
frequently now.
Till then, you're just going in circles.
And we thought one character with a crazy multiple personality situation was enough.
Sir,
Yeah.
pretty innovative, don't you
That
think?
or I'm pretty sure she's like being
Do you think it
crazy
might be a disease?
for being crazy, not actual
Getting bored so
personality.
easily?
Yeah, she's just crazy.
Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Good for him.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant.
I like how when it's
You
tilted,
are no
she's
longer
actually
the
just
ultimate
her
apple
face is
of
facing
destiny.
up right now.
That's true.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember?
That one too.
It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
Oh no!
A year ago.
The guttural reaction every single time.
We only came to this school a few weeks
Oh
ago.
gosh.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
I was expecting a tough at the end of there.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What does that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I'm with you, Hero.
understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Dots.
I love how she switches headgear every time she changes personality.
And her hairstyle.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, the memories she took from us.
Our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it!
I picked up that hit I picked up very early in the case.
Yeah.
In this case, or...
Like, no, not in the case, but like the entire game.
Oh,
you picked... Wow, how early did you pick that up?
Second photo.
That would make sense.
That makes sense, fair enough.
Then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. What anyone says.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. That's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe it. I want it to be
I
impossible.
mean, technically, there's one person who didn't, and that's Junior.
But if it's the truth, well, yeah, then we have to accept it.
I like this version of the song.
Yeah, I like this one.
Oh yeah, that's whipping up the locker stuff. Okay, so the notebook was Hero, so...
Honestly, all 3 of them
I could never
make sense.
something like that.
We've been living here.
I like how everybody's thinking the exact same thing that one person is saying. They're taking turns.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
So the notebook is useful. That's where you should
Surreal. If 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
So what you're telling me is everybody's legally an adult now.
Just joking.
Yeah, shoot the
I don't
notebook
know.
at
I
its
mean,
glasses.
depends, I guess.
I could never leave.
Living here? Hell no! I mean, I haven't I've never...
That one.
This is all just... Plus, if
Yeah.
I'm freaking old...
I just wanted to see all of it. I just wanted to hear all of it. I just wanted to hear all of it.
Okay.
Fast forward.
Fair.
I mean, I haven't...
Okay, Junko doing Monica Noma's voice and fast forward is my new favorite thing.
Even more so than Hina's.
Yeah.
Dang, okay. It's
There's
pretty good.
something
It
I'd
is
like
pretty
you to
fun.
take a look at.
Funny.
This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Dots, more dots.
What's is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
destroying all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral.
Nuts. Oh my gosh, they had fun with this character.
How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you've forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Nuts.
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart? Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was...
When I fainted.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other,
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
Nuts.
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair, all mankind.
let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Could you be a little more descriptive, please?
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know? It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this
So
is important,
upsetting.
and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter.
You just said it twice.
I said it twice.
Now,
Oh my
someone
gosh.
was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
If the
Do any
despair
of you
got
know who
in,
that
then
might have
how
been?
were they? Why did they think that turning into a shelter was gonna do anything? I'm confused.
The one who
maybe
turned
they
Hope's
did-
Peak into a shelter and isolated us was
The headmaster.
The prime minister.
Sorry.
definitely
The save screen. I knew it.
the save screen.
Why have you done it?
So it was you all along.
I think that's actually going to be where we're going to leave the episode off for now.
Wow.
We're going to go on to the
Alright.
next one. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time finding good places to pause in the middle of this trial because it's really long.
Mhm.
But this is going to be where we stop for this episode. Come back next time, and we will continue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even finish. I'm not sure how much time about left. I assume it's about an hour.
Okay.
But yeah, come back next time.
Bye.